Howdy! May 13th today, so just thought I would do a little run through of where I'm at with the truck. I'm not sure, hopefully I'll be able to post the other videos that I posted, but got the flatbed on her, and that's turned out pretty nice. Cooling rails on it, and just fitting in the heat exchanger, gasifier housing, and then that will be my hay filter. The big issue was how I was going to make this condensate tank with the existing my existing stuff I had from the other truck. So what I ended up doing was I cut that middle piece, made it wider. It was just a single 3x3. Now it's roughly 6x3, and that gave me a little bit more room. And then I have put this 3x3 square channel, box channel underneath. So what happens is the gas will be coming from the heat exchanger into there. And I think the easiest way that I'm going to do that is by not running a pipe straight in, because I don't have very much room there to get my bolts and stuff in. What I will probably end up doing is have a elbow. I know you're not supposed to have corners, but that'll work the best, I think, because this is a kind of an elbow anyways, if I was just to go straight here. So if I go in and down, then it'll be a lot easier to take this stuff off maintenance wise, and give me a little bit more height too, because the heat exchanger is roughly up here. So if I was to have plumbing in here, I wouldn't have the full length heat exchanger doing its job. So anyways, the gas will come in down through these pipes, comes down through these pipes here, and then in the bottom of this, it's connected to this 3x3 pipe. So it goes down 3x3 pipe, connected to this one, and then into here, and then there's two 3-inch 3x3 square tube there that are bolted. Actually, those are self-tapping screws to a flange around here, and then this is my condensate tank. So hopefully, front-mounted condensate tank. It's pretty high from the ground up above the box here. So hopefully we won't have any issues with mud and all that stuff that comes along with mounting it in behind. And what I did is I put these bottom rails on a bit of a slope, so you can see I have about 2 inches rise from there, and then I only have about with those shims, probably about a little over half an inch, 5/8 maybe. So there is a bit of a slope there, which will help. And then I cut, the way I cut these is that these were level, but then I cut the one end. So these are actually level when the truck is level. So I guess they're square with the truck frame, and then these two are leaning towards the condensate tank. So hopefully that'll help with drainage. This is actually an old. It's actually the gas tank out of the other truck that I tore apart. I ended up busting it, and I was going to replace this gas tank with that one, but I ended up putting a big hole in it, so it wasn't really worth doing anything with. So I thought I would just make it into a condensate tank, and it worked out really well actually. This is 1/8 inch plate, so I just cut the top off of it however deep I wanted, and then welded this nice 1/8 inch plate, which makes welding these hay filter pipe, and also the screwing it gives it a bit more stiffness with when I put those screws in that flange there. So that turned out really well. And then I welded the condensate tank drain here, nice and easy, open access, quite a bit of room there. I can fit probably a 5-gallon pail right underneath it, and that's good. And then there's my gas tank there, and then I don't know if you can see, it sits right beside that, right beside the gasifier housing. So hopefully I'll have a bit of heat there when I'm, I don't know, if I move that board there you'll be able to see, but it's basically right beside that end is right beside the gasifier there. And what I also have too is I have I'll show you, a heater that I bought before that I was going to put on the other tank, but I ended up not doing it because I wasn't going to waste my time, and once you put these things on, it's hard to take them off. So this here, it's actually for an engine, but or tanks. I think it says something like it'll keep a liquid about 100 no, maybe 80 gallons. So that's a lot more than what I can handle in there. 1000 watt, 120 volt, 8.3 amps. Where I am up here, in the wintertime, most places have plug-ins for your vehicle, so you can plug them in and keep the block heated. So this will work dandy. I'll just run an extension cord up to my other cord there for the block heater, and be able to plug in both. And if I need to stop and I can't drain where I work, I won't be able to drain the tanks in the. I'll have to wait until I get home because it sort of it'll make a mess, and they probably won't appreciate that. So I'll have to. But they have plugins there, so that shouldn't be an issue. I put a little bit of a lift in the cab there, so I can get. So now I should have. I have about 3 inches, 3.5 inches there to get my piping up to the engine compartment. I haven't worked out how I want to do that yet, because I will have to have a bit of a drain for to drain those lines, because I won't be able to have them run back into the condensate tank, but that won't be a big issue. That's about it for the gasifier, and I made up the hitch here and towed it, and here's the finished product of the old truck box trailer. And I had her loaded right down. I got a big pile of gravel for the house here, and yeah, it worked really well. So it's nice and a lot of snow. I got a lot more room to work with back here. I cleaned it up a bit, and there's a lot more room here. So that's good. Next thing is that junction into the heat exchanger, and then I got this hay filter. I figured I did before. I used a propane tank, and that's just way too heavy for what's needed. So I picked up a 55-gallon drum, and it will fit right in between there, and nicely. And it's a lot lighter, and I'll be able to actually fit a lot more hay and gas. I've been reading a bit of. This truck is is throttle body injected. I went again with the throttle body injection just because, the other one was, and so then I'd have parts and etc. They're cheaper than the newer '96 models, and I kind of know what I'm doing with these engines and stuff. So throttle body, and there was a lot of. I don't want to have to clean the throttle body as much as I had to before, so I'm hoping. I've been reading a bit about cleaning this gas, and I guess pressure drops and drops when it cools. Heat, I guess heat drops. I don't know. Bring out the soot in the gas, and so that's why I kind of made this a. It goes from a 6-inch to a 3-inch, 6-inch to 3-inch, I guess, and hopefully that will. And then it goes into this big tank here, so hopefully that'll help with the taking a lot of the soot out of it and a lot of the water when it goes from that drop. Gets squeezed through there, and then drop a lot of that fine soot out of the gas. That's about it. I don't want to make this too long, so I'll keep you updated on the progress.